Hi there. In this video we'll be taking a look at a Sofirn SK30. I'm pretty happy to review this because I always wanted some long throw flashlights, and most of the ones that I have are short throw. They are everyday carries, quite small, compact, but cannot really shine too far. This can. Let's take a look at the specifications of it. So it has an eco mode which will run for 42 hours and it's 30 lumens. So it's not a moonlight mode, it's actually quite bright. So that's great. 150 lumens low power, 20 hours. That's a lot. 350 lumens, 9 hours, quite good. And in high and turbo, it maxes 1000 lumens for 11 minutes, which is great. Then drops to 780 lumens for 2 hours basically, and then even lower for another 1.5 hours. That's a long runtime. And in turbo mode, if you want crazy light, 3000 lumens for 70 seconds, so more than a minute, then again 780 lumens for 2 hours, and then another hour in the low power. So yeah, this is pretty cool. It takes a 5V 2A charger, which are most of them able to deliver without any issues. These are the dimensions, the weight of it, so it's not very heavy at all. And it will charge in about 3.5 hours fully. And yeah, 3000 lumens, and this is a good thing. 392 meters beam. Dual tail switch design. Nice. So let's get into the box and see how it looks like. Okay, something that I already like. It has this really nice it's not a pouch, it's a cover. Surely it has a better term than cover. You also can wear it on your belt, or you can attach it to something. And I think this, yeah, so it's Velcro and also this. So basically you can add it to the belt easily without needing to pass the whole belt through it. And then it locks in place and it's not gonna come off. This is really nice. Is it a sheet? Sheet? Or something like that. I think knives have something called that, like that, but not sure if this has the same name. Okay, yes, the battery has an insulator on it, so it will not run by itself while being transported. That would drain the battery, obviously. This is a really nice feel in the hand for it. Okay, so let's get this off. We already know that, so I am going to check. Man, I like this. I really like this. Also in here you have these eyelets. So presumably, I don't think we have one included, but, or maybe we have one. We'll see in a moment. I think we have one. Let's get everything out. Yep, we have one. So you can install this. I wasn't a fan of such straps for a long... and new seals for the battery compartment if they ever wear out. So keep them in a safe place. If you ever need them, you can maintain the waterproofness, which I didn't even mention, IPX8. That's awesome. And it can survive a drop from 1 meter, and it also has a strobe mode. So, yeah, I wasn't a fan of these things for a long while. When I was a teenager, I just, why would you put something like this? And then I learned stuff is expensive, stuff gets broken if you drop it. In some moments if you drop it, you can even lose it if you don't have time to search for it. So yeah, these things are actually pretty good, and now I kind of use them. Also, it allows you to have it hanging on your hand, but you can still use your hand. I will show you in a moment. I like this grip, so I can still do my thing, and then when I need it, it's here, and I turn it on, and then again do my thing. Yes, it will bounce around, but I don't care about that. It's handy. And it also has this, which again, on your belt or on anything else, you can squeeze it in there. Nice. SK30. So let me see, how do we open it up? So from here, yep, and that is the seal, actually not seal, the insulator. This is the cell, 21700 cell, 5000 milliamp hour, and yes, it's decent weight. So I fully believe this battery actually has its capacity. It's not like those no names that you feel are really light and they just put some numbers on them. No, this actually feels like a proper battery. And where are the seals? Trying to, here it is. You see it right there. So is it also this end that can pop out? No, I don't think so. Or maybe I'm not pulling enough. It looks like in there it's a separate part. So maybe it can pop out, but anyway, I'm not going to insist. It might pop out, might not. Not that important for me, but it's clear it has seals and you can feel it engaging. So from here, when it engages, you get more torque when tightening this. So it's clear that it's actually doing its thing. And yeah, keep that area clean so it makes sure that it can seal it for you. Charging port type C, which is perfect. Put this end first and then the other one, and it will lock in great. Let's see. Whoa, this is bright. And yes, forgot to mention, you have the charging cable, but any mobile phone charger should be able to charge it without any issues. And we will fully charge it before we do a long throw test to see how it reaches in my area where I always test on a tree. So we have this info. It's a one LED, obviously, and it's a long throw focused LED. Ooh, I saw for a moment interesting color. So I think it has a coating on the glass. That's interesting. I didn't see this on any flashlights up until now that I own, obviously. So that has to be doing something. If any of you know more about it, write in the comments. Reverse polarity protection for the battery, that's nice to have. And temperature protection, if it exceeds 55 degrees, it activates. And that's good because at 55 degrees is where human skin feels it hot. So it will not burn you for sure. It's not for diving, yes, obviously. So main switch, long press strobe, one click. So from the small one click on off, half press plus click from off turbo. One click on off, half press. Okay, let me try. So one click on off. I press too much. Okay, if you don't click it. Okay, so one press directly, it's on, one press off. Half press plus on, now we are in turbo mode. And from mode switch, long press strobe, one click from on, so turn it on, one click with the smaller button. We are in the lowest power, the eco mode, but you can see this is fairly bright and it will last a lot in here. Low. medium, high, and freaking turbo. Now this is really bright, extremely bright. It makes the room all around look like it's night in here, but obviously it's not. There's plenty of light. Okay, this is a bright flashlight. Yeah, this is gonna burn me if I insist. Okay. It's hot. The light of it that it outputs, it's hot. Not extremely hot, don't get me wrong. It's not like it instantly burns you, but you feel it. That's pretty cool. Okay, and let's see, does it have some sort of memory? It does, which is perfect. So it remembers the last mode you used it in. Great. Okay, so next step, I will put it to charge, and then we will do the night test with it. A bit of info right here. Solid green. So it has solid green, flashing red, solid red, and flashing red. And when charging, red charging, green fully charged. I didn't even notice the color when turning it on, sorry. Did you see it? Okay, so it's red. So it's flashing. It's flashing green. Let me try again. Yeah, it's flashing green. So we are, and because we also saw it red for one moment, I think we are, where is it? Where is it? We are right around 50%, because for a moment it showed red, and then, so right around here we are. Probably if I run it for a bit more, it will end up showing continuous red. Okay, nice. And a bit of info about Sofirn if you ever need to contact them, and don't look into the flashlight. And just to mention, I will compare it to the SK31, which will have its own video. And if you're ever wondering how to put in the battery, we have right here. But this might get covered, so if you don't find it, just move it and you can find it again. And both of them are charging. And it's night and we are outside, so let's see. This is the lowest power settings of the SF30. Man, this is gonna be bright. This is the brightest. No, this is actually the brightest. So lowest, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. This is freaking bright. Look at that tree. Yeah, I have no flashlight that can do this like this one does. It's absolutely bright. Wow. Okay. And this is fully usable. It's completely usable on this power level for mostly what you would need. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. And big strong spot in the middle and lots of floodlight all around. To compare the two, the SK30 I would say has a stronger spot, and the SK31 has a stronger flood. So just from spot point of view, this is 30 on that tree and this is 31. So you can see 30 has a more defined spot, 31 has a stronger flood, bigger spot obviously. Okay, interesting. And I think the SK30 now timed out and it's not in turbo anymore, because it's clearly heating up, being a bit smaller. Indoors, SK30, SK31 at the left. So as you can see, SK30 much more pronounced spot in the middle and weaker around. This has a bigger spot and stronger all around. You can see here the difference. So in terms of strength of the spot and definition of the spot, this is more defined and a bit stronger. This is less defined and has more of a floodlight to it. But both of them are really freaking strong. So it just depends on what you need more. This one will go for longer without overheating. Oh, actually, what did it do? Did it just turn on? Oh no, this one got weaker because it timed out. And it gave the impression that this one got stronger, but no, this one got actually weaker from timing out. But yeah, again, both of them are really strong flashlights and really nice. You can see the dimming because of heat slowly, so getting out of turbo mode for both of them. For the final comparison between them, it's really close, and it depends more or less on what your priorities are. So SK30, as you can see, a bit more compact overall, but it heats up a bit faster because less thermal mass to it. This has a bit more flood power, but in terms of just the central spot, for me this seems a bit more powerful. But again, overall this is the most powerful for the whole illuminated area. Difference in the way they expose the charging port, difference in here. One of them has the lock function at that button right there, another one has this separate button right here. But overall, just a tiny bit different design and different priorities. For you, it's again just a matter of what fits you best. And this obviously a tiny bit heavier because more material in it, makes sense. And yeah, as you can see, also the LED chip itself is different in both of them. So that's about it. Thank you again, Sofirn, for sending this in. Really nice, both of them. So either one you would get, you are getting a great flashlight. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Check out my other videos, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.